with one more stroke of my Sharpie, voila, magnifique. My self-portrait is complete. Mwah! 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 Oh, hey guys, didn't see you there. It's me, Jacob. Wait until you see my masterpiece. It's, in a word, indescribable. Wait, can you tell which one is even the real me? Yeah, we have the same smile. Okay, maybe painting's not my thing, but that doesn't mean I'm not filled with creativity. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you were made in God's image. So even though I may not be a very gifted portraitist, clearly, I am still a masterpiece. I'm smiling mysteriously because no one knows I put salt in the sugar bowl. But really, I'm a masterpiece because I was made by God. And you know what else? You are a masterpiece because you were made by God. The creator of the entire universe took the time to paint you. And you are unique. You have unique fingerprints and toe prints and a unique tongue print. So what does that mean for you now that you know you're a masterpiece? What do we do now? You'll find out in today's story. See you in a few. Oh, you're leaving? Okay, I'll just hang here on the wall because I'm just a painting. Okay, this is getting creepy, right? Is this creepy or funny? No, it's creepy. This is creepy. I'm sorry. This is creepy.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 10.
When the Apostle Paul wrote his letter to the believers in Ephesus, he told them, "We are God's creation. He created us to belong to Christ Jesus. Now we can do good works. Long ago, God prepared these works for us to do." Let's see how that might play out in someone's life today. Nora Gray followed her older cousin, Sadie, around the pottery studio. Clay dust danced in the sunbeams from high up windows.
So I just stay at the desk?
Working at the Earth and Fire studio was Nora's first real job, and she wanted to get it right. Sadie grinned and pushed back her hair with a clay-flecked hand.
Mostly. A bunch of artists have memberships here, so they can use all the equipment and materials. You'll answer questions, take calls, make orders when supplies run out, things like that.
What's in there?
Nora pointed to an open door near the back of the studio.
Oh yes, the closet.
Nora led the way over. Sadie peered inside.
Wow.
The narrow room was lined on both sides with high shelves. Every shelf and every inch of floor space was crammed with a jumble of tools, containers of clay and glazes, cleaning supplies, and pieces of pottery, finished and unfinished.
How do you find anything?
So many people use the closet. Everyone just kind of has their own system.
Nora didn't think the disaster in the closet qualified as a system, but before she could say anything...
Oh, I gotta take this. Hello? Oh, hold on a sec. Where did I put my pen?
Frazzled, Sadie checked her pockets. Nora quickly pulled a pen and notepad out of her neatly organized backpack.
Would this work?
Sadie snatched the pen and paper, mouthing, "Thank you," and headed for the desk. Nora surveyed the room. There were at least a dozen artists at work.
"You a potter too?"
Nora turned to see an older gentleman with a streak of clay in his curly white hair. His long frame bent nearly double over the nearest pottery wheel.
Me? No.
"Oh, I think everyone's an artist of some kind."
I can't even draw a stick figure. Sadie's just letting me work here till I go to college in the fall.
Nelson centered a lump of clay on his wheel.
You'll see me here most every morning. I'm Nelson.
Nora.
Real nice to have you here. I'm working on a coffee mug if you'd like to watch.
Nora watched, mesmerized, as the spinning clay morphed from a stodgy lump to a smooth cylinder under Nelson's practiced hands.
I wish I could make beautiful things like that.
You want to take a turn?
Sadie tried to teach me. It was a disaster.
Nelson smiled, hands still working the clay.
I happen to believe that God made each of us to create beautiful things that matter. You'll find your spot.
Nora nodded, but she didn't think she'd ever create a piece of art that could make someone smile.
Nora, I want to show you the kiln.
Sadie reappeared, and Nora spent the rest of the day learning the ropes of her new job. By early evening, the studio had cleared out.
You go home. I can lock up at 6, just like you showed me.
Well,
And I can order more blue glaze, like you said.
if you think you got this, that would be great. I can get home early for dinner with the kids.
I'm good. Go, shoo.
With a wave, Sadie hurried out. Nora opened the supplier's webpage and started an order for glaze.
I bet there's still blue glaze in the closet somewhere.
Nora opened the door and clicked on the light. The mess looked even worse than it had that morning.
Is this glaze? Oh, it's those cans. And there's some over here and up there.
Nora edged her way around, collecting cans.
There's no way to know what's really here unless I can get it all together. I should clear a space. And I should stack those crates to group the colors.
Every time Nora moved one can or tool, she discovered 6 more that needed a place to go.
All the cleaning supplies can go down here, modeling tools and loops over there by the door. That's definitely trash. Oh, and there should be a spot for each artist to put their pieces that still need to be glazed.
One thing led to another, and another, and another. Nora finally realized she was hungry.
Where did I set my phone? Oh, here. 9:30.
Nora had been so focused on organizing the closet, she had completely lost track of time. She glanced with satisfaction at the crate containing 5 cans of blue glaze.
At least I don't need to order more glaze.
The next morning, Nora arrived a few minutes late. She rushed in, apologetic.
I'm so sorry, Sadie.
Nora broke off as she saw Sadie, Nelson, and several other artists grouped around the closet door.
Nora, did you do this?
Yeah. I should have asked.
Nora, this is amazing!
Nora took a step forward to take a good look at what she's done. Glazes and clay, tools and supplies, everything had its own spot in a orderly rhythm. With the morning light streaming in, it did look pretty cool. Nelson grinned.
Oh, it's beautiful, Nora. A real work of art.
A younger woman with hair knotted on top of her head chimed in.
Plus, we can find stuff now. I thought I'd lost this set of mugs.
You've made our work a lot easier.
Really? I guess. I thought anyone could do this.
No way. You have a real gift.
Can I organize the front desk?
Please, I'm raising your pay.
Nora happily tackled her next project, a well-organized desk. She was grateful to discover the truth of Ephesians 2:10 in her own life. We are God's creation. He created us to belong to Christ Jesus. Now, we can do good works. Long ago, God prepared these works for us to do.
The Apostle Paul wrote, "We are God's creation. He created us to belong to Christ Jesus. Now we can do good works. Long ago, God prepared these works for us to do." Whoa. That's a lot. We are God's creation. Yeah, we covered that. You are a masterpiece of God, created in His image. He created us to belong to Christ Jesus. We were created to have a relationship with God, and that's only possible because Jesus died on the cross for our sins. So, what do we do now? Now we can do good works. Long ago, God prepared these works for us to do. Now we can do good works. You were created, designed, shaped to use what God has given you to do good things and love other people. The question is, how will you use your creativity to do that? Maybe you're an artiste, or maybe you're creative in some other ways. You can solve a complicated math problem, or design the best doghouse ever, or you're a peacekeeper and you can creatively help people work through an argument. There are so many different ways to be creative, and I know you're creative because God made you in His image, and no one's more creative than Him. So here's the thing to remember today. God created you so you can be creative. If you know where you're most creative, find ways to use your creativity to do good things. Make people happy or make a difference in the world. If you're not sure where you're creative, you just gotta look a little bit closer. Think about what you like to do. Or ask a parent or someone you trust what creative things they see in you. And no matter what, ask God to show you how to use your creativity in the best way. Be the masterpiece He created you to be. I reckon that's about all there is to say about that. I reckon you're right. I wonder if I could use this pitchfork here to roast 3 marshmallows at the same time. I'll see you next time, I reckon.
I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. You made my feet, you made my hands, you made me sing and you make me dance, 'cause your love is all around me, and your love is so astounding. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. Here we go, break it down now. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good. Wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good. You're wonderful and good. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good. Wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good. You're wonderful and good. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful.
Well, hey, everybody. It is so good to be with you. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you and your family are all safe and that you made it through the storm this week. What a crazy week in weather in our area, right? But God has seen us through. The sun is shining. I just had to be out in it and to kind of be in the midst of God's creation, to kind of take in his creativity, which we are talking about all month long. And if you remember, our kind of definition for creativity talks about how we can think about the amazing creative things that we can do because we are made in the image of God. I never get tired of saying that, and it never stops to amaze me that our awesome God made us in his image. And so that we have some creativity of him inside of each and every one of us. What an amazing thing. And I wanted to go back to our Bible verse that was talked about in today's Bible story from Ephesians. And it's in chapter 2, and it's verse 10. And if you remember what it said was, it says that we are God's creation. He created us to belong to Jesus. Now we can do good works. Long ago, God prepared these works for us to do. So that means that God created us in his image, and he already knew some of the amazing creative works that we would do before we were even born. Is that amazing or what? Now you may be saying to yourself, well, I'm still trying to figure out what those works are. And we all are, friends, right? But I can tell you that I'm sure you have used your creativity already in ways to bless people. You know, I thought about when I was recovering from my surgery, and you all were praying for me so beautifully, and I'm still so grateful for that as I continue to recover. But I got so many beautiful cards that were beautiful pictures and illustrations, and I loved every single one. But some of my favorite cards looked like this. And they came from some of you, and they just made me smile. And they just, even now, I hold on to them and they make me smile. You know, when you go into the store on Father's Day to try and find a card for your dad, sometimes you're looking for the most special, perfect card. And yet, some of our favorite cards as parents are like this, that are just made with your own hands, and you took the time to put into it, to give to your parents, whether it's their birthday or Father's Day or Mother's Day, and it makes us so happy and overjoyed. Now, you might be saying to yourself, just like I would say, you might be saying, I'm not very good of a drawer. I don't draw very well. I'm not a great artist, and I'm not either. I can barely draw a stick figure, so that is not my gift. But sometimes the gifts that we give and the way that we use them creatively don't have anything to do with drawing or making anything at all. Sometimes it's about showing love to somebody. Maybe it's knowing just when somebody needs an ear for you to sit with them and listen to them as they talk through a problem with you, even if you don't have the answers, because a lot of times we don't have the answers, but just listening is such a gift. My son, Matthew, has this amazing way of knowing when I need a good laugh, and he knows just the things to do to make me laugh and to break a serious or maybe a frustrating moment. These are all ways that you can use these gifts of compassion or being funny, having humor, or whatever it is to bless the people in your life. And it goes so far, friends. It goes such a long way to showing God's love to the people in our lives. And we can get really super creative. And maybe it is something that we make with our hands, or maybe it's something we do that we actually just take the time to show some love and to show God's love to the people in our lives who need it most in that moment. You know, I loved in today's church school story where they talked about the fact that if you're not sure what your gifts are just yet, I know that the people in your lives, like your family, your parents, your grandparents, I'll bet they have some really good ideas about these qualities, these special and unique qualities that God has given you that you can continue to use and to grow into to bless other people in your life. So talk to them about that. I'm sure they'll be happy to tell you about these amazing qualities that they see in you. And then take some time to tell these special people in your lives which of their qualities make you happy and make you smile and bless you. And that will help them to kind of really be affirmed and to be reminded and know that they have these gifts that they can use too in really creative ways. So have those conversations, friends, and know that God is going to continue to help you to know more and more amazing gifts that he's given to you. And he, if we just listen and listen not just with our ears, but with our hearts and our minds, he has a wonderful way of showing us how he wants us to use those gifts to bless people in our lives. So let's talk to him now and thank him for the gifts that he's given us, and also just ask him to continue to lead and guide us so that we can see our gifts and use them for his purposes to bless other people in our lives. Let's pray together. Dear God, we are so thankful. What an amazing thing to be able to say that you, the God of all creation, the God who's the most creative being that ever lived, who made everything around us, also created us in your image. What an amazing gift. Lord, we're so thankful for the gifts that you've given us, that there's no end to our creativity because we are yours and because your spirit lives inside of us. So know how thankful we are for that, and know, God, that we want to continue to learn more and more what the different gifts are that you've given us, so that we can be thankful, but also so that we can use them to show your love to the people in our lives. Lord God, you are an awesome God. And we are so thankful, not just for our gifts, but for your presence, that you're with us in every single thing, every day and every moment, that you never leave our side. Thank you for being with us and being the reason for our joy and our happiness in those moments, Lord. And thank you in the tough moments where we're struggling, where we're sad, where we're upset, where we're hurting, when we're frustrated, when we're not sure why things are happening or how things are going to end up. Thank you for still being our God who's with us in those times. And for our ability to know that because you're faithful, that you'll see us through every storm, the real storms like we saw this week, and the other storms that come up in our lives that cause some of these really rough moments. Lord God, you're awesome, and we love you so much because you created us in your image and loved us first. And all these things we ask in the name of your Son, Jesus, the one who taught us to pray, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Well, thanks so much for spending a little time with me, friends. Know, like I say every week, know that I'm praying for you and your families. I hope to see some of you in worship this weekend if you're watching this before worship. And if not, I hope to see you all soon in person, and I'll certainly be checking in this way as well. We will see you all soon. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.
Hey, Brandon.
Oh, hey, John. Glad you're here. Did you notice how unseasonably cold it is outside today? I'm having to knit a sweater so I won't freeze to death when I leave later. Trying to decide if I should change the pattern, like knit 1, purl 2. Saw that on a knitting show once. Don't know what it means. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to decide. They have a show for everything nowadays. I saw a show the other night about how to cut your cat's hair. Now, I don't have a cat, and I couldn't stop watching it. It was relaxing, I guess. Anyway, what do you think I should do? Knit 1, purl 2, or keep the pattern the same?
Knit 1, purl 2.
Why don't you take your jacket off? Stay a while. Here, you dropped your glass. I really hate knitting. Hey everybody, I'm Brandon.
And I'm John, and welcome to the So-and-So Show.
John, why don't you tell the folks at home what we're doing today?
Beats me, it's up to you, Brandon.
Seriously though. This was your week to plan the guests, so...
No. It was definitely your week to come up with a game for us to play. No. What are we saying no to?
I don't remember.
Yeah, me either. Okay, so what do you have planned for us today, Brando?
Oh, yeah, that's it. What, you really don't have anything planned today?
No. Oh, man. So, you know what? Never fear. This always works.
Oh, okay, good.
Do this. Please welcome to the show someone who knows stuff. Someone who knows stuff. Okay, I've got it. Let's play a game.
All right. Believe it or not, there is some preparation that goes into the games that we play. There's usually rules, props. Sometimes it has a name.
Let's play What Do We Do on the Show Today?
What do we do on the show today?
Now we're just doing what we were already doing.
Yeah, but now it's a game.
Okay, listen, we're creative guys. We can come up with something, I'm sure, if we put our heads together.
If only we had some sort of contraption with creative ideas on it that we could, use on the show in an emergency situation like this.
Wait. Hey, you. Yes, you, with the horse head. Is that the wheel of ideas? Does 2 mean yes?
Yeah.
Can we borrow it? All right. Thanks so much. All right. Our problems are solved, John.
You're not even a little curious about...
Nay. We got the Wheel of Ideas.
The Wheel of Ideas.
All right. This game is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, where's it gonna land?
Make up a story about a dog, a watering can, and an elf.
And 10 seconds, go!
10 seconds. Oh, okay. There was an elf who lived in a watering can, and one day a friendly dog came to say hello, but he accidentally knocked over the watering can with his big wet nose.
Oh,
and the elf got
done. Wow, time's up. A good story. Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat. I wanted to know what was going to happen to that watering can. Okay, my turn.
All right.
Here we go. Ready?
Spin it.
Bake a pie with the first 3 ingredients you can think of. Okay, the first 3 ingredients are pickles, shredded cheese, and curry powder.
Oh, you can't bake a pie like that, can you?
Of course! Fast forward! Wow. You want the first bite?
Sure.
Time to spin!
All right. I'll do it.
All right.
Get that thing out of here.
All right. Ready?
Sing a song about the weather. All right. The weather is really fun when I can see the sun. When the clouds are out, it makes me want to pout.
Oh, that's a nice one. I like the pout part.
Yeah. Thank you. Your turn. Go.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Invent an exercise that works out every muscle in your body.
Oh, that should be easy.
Challenge accepted.
All right,
here we go. I need some
for it.
space. Ready?
What about your feet? Oh. And your facial muscles. Don't forget your facial muscles. And your tongue.
How's that?
That looks good. You'll be fully in shape in no time. All right, my turn. Draw a picture with your toes.
Can I stop now?
No. I'm going to draw you.
Oh, cool.
All right. Hang in there. Yeah, you're looking good. I got a toe cramp. Ow. Ooh. How do you like your portrait?
Oh, that's great.
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey, Kellen.
Hey, guys.
What's the story today?
Well, it looks like you guys got a great head start on our topic because today we're getting creative.
Very cool.
And you know, there's a lot of different ways to be creative. Whoa! Like cooking, for example. You see, creativity will come out of everyone differently. Like in music. I love how musicians create so many different types of melodies and play so many different types of instruments. Just music alone has a wide variety of creativity. Sports are creative too. You have to figure out creative ways to work together with your teammates. And then add a little fancy footwork. Woo! And you've got yourself a game. Then there's people who love science and use their creativity to invent things like medicines or cleaning products. Architecture is incredibly creative. You like playing with Legos now, but you could be building skyscrapers someday. Karate! Now those are some creative kicks. Yeah. Artists use colors to create beautiful pictures that can tell stories and touch people's emotions. It seems like there's no end to people's creativity. You ever wonder why? Oh, wow. Back to me again. Let's look at what the Apostle Paul wrote in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. He wrote, "We are God's creation. He created us to belong to Christ Jesus. Now we can do good works. Long ago, God prepared those works for us to do." So there is a reason there are so many different ways to be creative. It's because you, me, and everyone you will ever know were created by a very creative God. And we can use our creativity to do good things, to love others, and to point people to Jesus. Pretty cool, huh?
Really cool, Kellen.
Yeah, this whole time I thought if you wanted to be creative, you had to know how to draw, and I am not good at that.
What's that supposed to be?
Oh, it's John.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thanks.
But lucky for you, there are a ton more ways to be creative than just being good at drawing.
That's great news.
You just got to remember that God created us in His image. So it makes sense that some of His creativity is inside of us.
That's awesome. Thanks, Kellen.
Anytime. I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Kellen.
This looks nothing like me.
Oh, sure it does. Hey, everybody. It's me, John, and I'm crazy. See? It's hard to tell.
All right, then. Reveal the question. how are you creative? Oh, okay. I'm creative because I can make people laugh.
I can make people laugh. And I'm good at making up stories.
What about you?
Yeah, whether you create something with your hands or your feet or you create solutions to problems in your mind. Talk about it together. How are you creative? And we'll see you next time on the So-and-So Show. Okay, make me laugh. Hey, look at me. See? You're hilarious. I can do all the exercises. Look at me. Yeah. La, 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 la. I'm dancing. See, this is what it's like for me being with you all the time. Ah! It's okay.